Alrighty guys, welcome back to the channel. Here we are. We talked about it when we did our Tear the Shrink unboxing, that we were going to give this game a chance, and as my good friend Herman Lutman says, if you get a new game in, you should put it on the table and play it right away. So, because of that, I'm following directions. I just got this. We did an unboxing of it. Show you guys what it is. I have not even read the rules, but I've watched a few playthroughs, so I have the general gist of what you need to do. If you're looking for a professional playthrough, obviously don't watch this, but we're going to give it a whirl, and we're going to try it out and see how it goes. It might not go great, but, that's what a learning game is all about. VANTAGE. This is by Stonemaier Games and Jamie Stonemaier. And it looks like a open world adventure game with just tons of different variability in cards. I love that stuff. So we're going to give it a try and see how it goes. Alright. So without further ado, we are setting things up, as you can see here. So, I think I'll move these actually so I'm not reaching across there all the time. Maybe I'll move those like there or something. Okay, so let's get started. So we just simply get the Book of Vantages, here we go. So, 1 weeks after receiving a mysterious signal from the Traveler, your ship arrives in the orbit of an uncharted planet. So, this is a futuristic space type adventure game. Create the total challenge dice pool using 8 dice plus 2 per player. Well, we're playing solos, so that's going to be a whopping 10 dice. And there we go. There is our dice pool. We'll be using that all the time. That's done. Then we go to number 2. Each player gains a different skill. Select or randomize and its matching character card. So, what skill do we want? So we can either randomize this or we can choose. I am playing the green faction. And because of that, I think what I'm going to do is I'm not going to randomize. I'm going to choose the green skill. So I get a green skill token and I get the matching character card. So our character, which we will know who it is in a minute, 1438. 1438. I have to dig deep here to find 1438. 37, 38. There we go. So 1438. We are, dun dun dun, Ira the Medic. Cool. All right. So we're Ira the Medic. And I will build my tableau over here. So we're going to be building 9 cards adjacent to this card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards, I guess, adjacent to this. But we'll get to that here in a minute. But let's finish this. So we're Ira. So let's look at Ira first. I've got another camera set up to hopefully. Let's see if that camera is set up. Hey, there we go. All right. So we have Ira the Medic. So anytime we use a green die, we can place it there, which will give us a boost card for that. We can also put hearts there. We have several things that will help us level up our character, which are Master, Buy, and Equip. When we place this card, we get to put 2 boosts on it. We have a total of 6. And then we can spend a boost to get a money or get a blue token. And then we can reroll one of our challenge dice by spending a boost. If it's we gain a green one if the result is unchanged, or transfer 1 reserve card into your grid. Alright, so that is us right there, the medic. And the green faction, the green is all about help. So this playthrough is going to be about maybe trying to be a little bit more helpful and helping people and helping other characters and stuff, because that's what we're good at. All right, so that is section number 2 done. Each player gains a different skill. You can either select it or you can randomize it, and you also get the matching character card. Place this card in the middle of your grid. You see here on your thing, this is your character card, and then you're going to be building cards all around it. Right. So number 3, each player sets their time, stars, and health trackers to match their character color to whatever difficulty. There is brazen at 3, daring is 4, practical is 5, and cautious is 6. The book recommends that you start at 4, so we're going to start at 5. We're going to be kind of a little wimpy. We don't want our first playthrough to go terribly bad. So we're going to be a little bit easier. Just a little bit. Then the first player gains 2 skills at random and places the matching seaside bar in the center. They may re-roll pairs. So we have 2 dice that we're going to randomize. Actually, we have a whole bunch of dice. I just grabbed 2 of them. And so that's going to give us 2 other skills that we're going to be using. So let's see what skills those are. And we rolled pairs. Pairs are extremely hard. If you want a hard game, you start off with pairs. And it does say you may re-roll pairs if you want an easier mission. So we're looking for an easier mission. So we get a free re-roll anytime we roll a pair. All right, so we got a purple and a orange. So we get a purple token and an orange token. And we look for the orange and purple. Purple and orange. There's purple and orange right there. 1584. Purple and orange. Orange and purple. 1584 is what we get. 1584. That's too far. $15.84. There we go. Hopefully these cards will not come apart and just fall everywhere. That would make me very sad. Let's see what we got here. We got 1584 is collect a menagerie of animals. Have a total. Let's put it over here and actually take a look, because that might even be better than me trying to explain what it is. There we go. Collect a menagerie of animals. There we go. Card 1584. So have a total of at least 1 loyal animal plus 1 per player. So I need 2 loyal animals in our grid or in our reserve. If we do, we get to read 1584 in the Book of Secrets. And to help us with this, we can pilot, research, plead, or hone, which will help us with this skill. All right. And this actually is our mission now. So we have a mission. We got to create a menagerie of animals. Okay, that's our goal, our mission. Okay, that was number 4. Okay. Then everyone goes to location 001, which can be found in the back of the Book of Secrets. So we go to this, which is here. The ship malfunctions. You have mere seconds to escape. Each player gets a different skill. You can either select or randomize. So we will randomize the skill. Okay. Now we've got room for our character over here. And we got another orange one. And the orange is 004. Each player should now have 2 skill tokens for its location. And the first player should have 4. So we have 4 skill tokens. Yep. So we need card 004. That's what we rolled, was the orange, 004. Okay. Let's see what card 004 is all about. All right. Your escape pod seals tight, ejecting towards the planet in a completely different location from the others. Gain 2 random skills and crash into the matching location. You can reroll pairs to get an easier result. Keep this card in your holder to obscure the back of your... If you're playing with multiple people, you put this in front of your new card so that people can't see what your card backgrounds and everything look like. So that's what that is all about. So we're going to be rolling 2 more times to get 2 more skills. And that will determine what we're getting for our standard or starting location. So you can see how everything, every time you do this, how completely different it's going to be. We got a pair, so we're definitely re-rolling that. We don't need a tough location to start at. That's another pair. We'll definitely re-roll one more time. Give us not a pair. Oh my god, 3 pairs in a row. A green and a blue. Okay, a green and a blue. So we got end up with 2 green, 2 orange, a purple, and a blue. So we had a green and a blue. So let's look at card green and blue. It's going to be 452. This one right here is a green one and a blue one. And you can see that it matches the symbols. The blue is kind of like a little mountain with little things on it. And then this is like a little swirly. If you look at this, that is the little swirly. And then that is the little mountain. So 452. 452. Here we are. Here we are. Here we are. Okay, what I'm going to do here is... Here we go. That's not bad. Okay. I don't want to be up in the corner because up in the top right-hand corner shows you the locations you can move to, and if I'm up there, you won't be able to see that. So, a number of lotuses grow in the water's edge. And again, in this game, the artwork is very kind of important to what's going on. And you kind of want to look at the artwork and see what's going on. You see off in the distance, it looks like there's some kind of huge mechanical monster walking or something. Or is that like a building? I'm not sure. Like, it looks to me like these could be like legs. And it's like kind of like a walking city or kind of a walking factory or something. And this is all smoke coming out of it. Actually, what I'm going to do here is turn the brightness down because I think that will actually... There. And turn the saturation up a little bit. Now you can see things a little bit more clearly, and it's not as fleshed out. Then there's some kind of like a big something there. It looks like a forest there. Got some kind of, I don't know, are these people or creatures there? A number of lotuses grow at the water's edge. Okay, so these must be flowers. So we could pluck them, we could consume them, we could brew them, we could ask about them, we could try to smell them, or we could try to dive into them. Well. Our first go, what are we going to do? Let's try not to die in the first move, right? That would be kind of bad. So, smell the lotuses. Purple. We do have a purple token, which will help us with our roll. Brewing. If there's something we could brew. We're after trying to make a menagerie of animals, so I don't see anything that's kind of going to help us that way. We could try to consume them, eat the lotuses. I don't think that's a great option. We have 2 ask tokens. I wonder if we should ask about them. I'd like to know what that thing in the background is. That's crazy, this thing. Like, I got a forest there. All right. Let's make a decision. We are going to... do you want to dive in the water? That would be kind of brave, wouldn't it? That would be totally crazy. We got 2 green, we got 2 orange, 1 purple, and 1 blue. So now we can choose, like if we choose yellow, we just won't have any... we won't be able to remove dice if we run into that problem. I say let's try and brew because our character does green. So let's try green. We got the green for a reason, so we're going to get the Book of Secrets and we're going to go to green and we're going to go to 452. 452 says 5 brew. So we got to roll 5 dice. Now, this is a green test, so we can spend green skills to remove for each one you spend, you remove a dice out of the test, so you don't need to roll it. We're going to be able to put one... Oh, hang on a second. We should start with some things here. We start with 2 boosts there. We are the medic. I'm just going to spend 1. I'm not going to spend too many right off the bat. So instead of 5, we only need to roll 4. All right, we were hoping for a whole bunch of dashes. Dashes are good. Dashes are great. Dashes are wonderful. And we rolled a single dash. So the dashes just go away. There we go. This is a reroll, so it goes back in there, and then we would take a star and a time. And because we chose a green, we can take any die and put it on our character, because it was a green test. And we get a cube to add. And then we can spend 1 star. We'll spend the star. That's fine. All right, so now we read the results of our brew. 452 brew. A mild tincture of the lotus root. You grind the roots into a pulp with makeshift equivalents of mortar and a pestle, plus a heavy wad of saliva, resulting in a sparkling substance. Gain item 867. So we have gained an item 867. We have gained, when placed, gain 1 cube on this card, and your character gains a cube and a heart. Ooh, nice. So when placed, gain a cube on this card, and your character gains a cube. Nice. And a heart. So we actually go up to 6. And then we have an option on this to consume a taste of the sparkling, swirling air inside this tiny jar. We replace this with item 1103 if we want to try and consume. And it costs us one die, and you need to have a token there, which we get because of this. So now we have to put this in our we'll put this underneath our character, I guess. Again, it only matters because sometimes you have certain things that say everything in this row or everything in this column gains a cube or things like that. So I want to keep my rows and columns as open as I can. All right, so that is area 452 done. We can't do anything else because it didn't say you can stay here and do more things. We tried something. We built a little potion, a magic potion, which gave us an extra heart, which is pretty good. Now we can travel from this location. If we go north, we have to read an entry in our book. If we go to the east, there's an entry in our book, a travel book. If we go to the west, we have to roll a single die and do a travel. And we go to 686. And if we go south, 451 is what we go to. And we roll a single die. So anytime you go to a number location, you roll a single die. If we go to the star location, it could be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 dice, whatever. You have to read a passage, so you don't know. So if we were to go north, what we see is north. Like this is headed north. So if we want to find out about that walking factory or whatever it is, could be a huge animal too. So I don't know how I feel about that. I would love to find out about that thing, but since it's a star location, I don't. Well, let me see something. I just want to see 1438, 1430. Okay. So, what do we want to do and where do we want to go? All right. I think we want to go. I think we're going to travel east. 686. We're going to go east. 686. We're going to go east. 686, so we got to roll a single die. We don't have anything to help us with this. So it's a single die. And it's a star again. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to spend a cube and re-roll that. So one of the options you have is to spend a cube to re-roll one of your dice. I don't want to keep losing that. So let's try... Like... There's 2, 3 good things and 3 bad things. I'm going to try one more. God damn it. Come on. Roll me something good. Oh, of course not. All right, we're just going to take the time. That's fine. That goes in there. Just take the time hit. Where are we going? What number was that? 686. 686. Voila. Let me take a gander at this. Oh. Okay, let's see what you see there, Jester. All right, very interesting. Okay, we got 3 stars around us. We can only go south from here. Towering trees surround you in a dense forest. We can climb, we can learn, we can hire, we can build, we can forage, we can weaponize. There's some kind of huge... Again, I don't know if that's part of that other thing I saw. It's probably not part of the other thing that I saw. But when you look at this other card, you can kind of see, like, is this thing part of this, like, big thing there? Could be. I don't know. We do have a blue token to climb. Because I think climbing up the trees might help us see what's around. We can also learn. We do have a purple, which is be good. Higher. Build. Ooh. Build. What can we build there? Forage. We could try to forage in the forest. See, this is where, like, you just don't know, like, this is where this game is, like, the first time you play through, like, everything is new. Like, you don't know. Like, should I do this? Should I not do this? Should I try this? Should I not try this? I think once you play this game a few times, you'll probably go, oh, you know, like, building is going to get you an item. Hiring is going to give you a person. Foraging is going to give you, some kind of a treasure or something, And then you're going to know, like what are good options and what are bad options. But at this point, I mean, it's like, what the hell? I have no idea. I am going to climb. I want to climb up and see what is that thing? Anyone know what that thing might even be? Is that a town in there? Looks like some like campfires, or could that be? Again, we're trying to build a menagerie of 2 animals. We have to have two loyal animals. So I have to find me animals. So I'm going to climb up the tree. So we're going to climb up the tree, which is going to be a blue action 686. 686. Is this the? That's the. It's not. No, it's not the right book. This is the right book with the little mountain symbol on it. These are the Move storybook. Okay. 686. Climb 4. Oh, we got to roll 4 dice. And we're climbing. I'm going to spend a token, so we only have to spend 3 dice. Come on, give us some good results for a change. Oh my god, that's horrible. Like, we can't even take stars. So, this one goes away, fortunately. But we have 2 dice. We can either just take the 2 stars, or again, we'll take one of these and re-roll. There's 3 sides of this dice that are actually good. That's not one of them. So, but we're going to lose 1 and 1 to climb up this mountain, or climb up the trees, I'm assuming. What are we at? 686. Climb to the top of the trees. You can see far around you from this vantage. View page 43 in the book of Vantages and gain 2 boosts. You may continue. Gain page 43 in the book of Vantages and gain 2 boosts. Awesome. Boosts are these. So might as well spend them because we're going to get them. And then we may continue, which means we can stay here once we look at page 43. Okay, I see. All right, again, spoiler alert, I'm about ready to share something, so if you don't want to have anything spoiled in the game, and you don't, again, the chances of you doing the same thing that I'm doing are like 1 in a million. But just in case, I'm just warning you ahead of time. Here is page 43. So we see what we see here, which is kind of cool. Okay, so we have this, I think, is what we're looking at in this. You guys tell me if I'm right or wrong, but I believe that that is that thing right there. Right? That looks like a big monster right there. We could try to get that. That would be awesome. We also have our previous. Aha. Okay, so here's our previous one, which I don't think once you're done with the location, you're supposed to put it back in the box, so you can't just keep looking at it. But since this is our first playthrough, I'm going to kind of break the rule. Like, once you're done with the location, you put it back in the box so you can't do what I'm doing. But I'm going to anyways. So this is our previous location. You see that smoke coming out of whatever that was? That looks like that's right there. Because we were by the water. And that looks like smoke coming out of whatever that is right there. So we came from here. We went east. So east, this must be east. Maybe this is north then? We went east. Or we went left. So, I mean, if we were facing this, right? So no, wait, we were like this. Hang on a second. Because we were standing right here. I think that's where we were standing. Then we went east. And now we see this. Okay, there's a lot of other things in this area to be explored. We have like a little town or something here. We have a solo building right there. We have a tower with some kind of thing on the top of it. We have something that looks like an animal, a huge animal, walking around. Another huge tree. There's some ruins over here. We have some ruins there, some ruins there, a town there. Oh, and this does say it's north. That does say north is that way. So north is that way. So we went east from here. Well, you think we would be over here looking up in... is that maybe something different then? I mean, that looks like what the hell I'm staring at, doesn't it? It's even got the, it even has the lights and everything inside it, just like this has like lights inside of it. So I'm assuming we went up over here. So that means might be this in this area. This might be where we're at as well. We might be somewhere in here. We also have ruins. We have something we don't know over here. Who knows? And then this looks like bad area. This also looks like something bad. All right, and it does say you may continue. Anytime it says you may continue, you get to continue. Now I'm going to put this other one away. We cannot look at it anymore because we are no longer at that location. No more cheating, Chester. Okay. So, back to what we were doing now. So, we climbed up. I am very intrigued to learn about this. I'm very intrigued to learn about this. I think we're going to learn. I think we're going to try and learn. Build. Hire. Learn. Yes, we're going to learn. So we're doing 686 in the purple book. 686 in the purple book. Learn from your distant crewmates. M. 686M. 1. Learn from your distant crewmates. For each other player, gain 1 skill matching your character's leftmost challenging dice light. If you are the only player, gain any 1 skill. So we have 1 to learn. And you may continue. Good. So, those 2 went away. So we have a die that we need to... do. Oh my God. We are the worst die rollers. We're going to spend another thing. Okay, so it goes back in the pool. But we now learn, because we're playing solo, we get learn skill of our choice. So we're going to take it as... We have 2 orange, a purple, and a green. And it does say we can continue again. So because we can continue again, which ones have we not done? We've done climb and learn. We have not done orange, green, yellow, and red. Hire, though. Who the hell would we be hiring out there in the middle of the forest? And we have no money or anything to hire anybody. Build. So I'm just thinking about what we're going to do so that way I can get a token in whatever we're going to do. Weaponize, forage, build, or hire. Weaponize, forage, build, and hire. And don't forget, we also have all of these. We got master, buy, equip, and we also have this consume. Maybe consuming might move some stuff up, but I'm afraid it's going to move the heart up, and we won't. I was hoping to take some heart damage. We also have these options, which is pivot, research, plead, and hone, which are blue, purple, orange, or green. So we got lots of other skills we could be doing besides the ones that are on the card. But I think we're going to do a build, and my character is green, so we're going to take a green. And, yeah, that'll be fine. It'll be fine. And then we're going to build. So we're going to go to green build. Green 686. Boy, this has been a popular card for us. 686. Build a business using the abundance of trees. And it costs us 2 dice. So we still have not gone through all of the dice yet. Once you go through all the dice, you bring everything back and then you can start using your character again. So, okay, so we got a heart. We can put a heart there. And we're going to use this to re-roll. And gosh darn it, let's try and get a freaking dash. There we go, a dash. So that didn't cost us anything. So 686 says build a business using the abundance of trees. You sketch out a few ideas of what you might make, whittling absent-mindedly at a stick as you do. Gain item 1094 and blueprint 1298. So 1094. Oops. 10. Wait a minute. 10. What was it? $10.94. Boom. And also blueprint $12.98. Blueprint $12.98. Boom. All right, let's take a look at what we got. We've got item accessory. Looks like some kind of a wooden jug or something. It's a wood curio. All right, we can craft into an advanced item. Replace this with wooden arrows, a silly mask, or a totem bottom. And we need 3 cubes on there. Anytime we do a Is it a brown action? I don't see a brown action. Anytime we use an orange action, anytime we do an orange action and a time thing comes up, we can put it there. Okay. So we'll put this right there. And then our blueprint is the item is the blueprint, service blueprint. It's got a green 5 to assemble a building, lose this card and gain the casino, the well, the theater, the tavern, the school, or the training grounds. Oh, I think we go right and we do this right now because I got 2 greens. Do we want a casino, a well, a theater, a tavern, or school, or a training ground? Training grounds will probably give us more skill tokens. School will have us learn something. Tavern will get us probably things to drink and eat. Theater will give us more entertainment, so maybe our morale will go up. The well, water, so maybe that's for our health. And casino is probably fun factor. Well, we're gonna build something. We're gonna build it right now. Mine as well. This is too funny. We're gonna build this. It's 5 dice, green. We're gonna spend these 2, so we only need 3 dice. And now we got 1. There's no more, so all these go back. And we grabbed 2 more. So we should be fine. We should be fine. And what are we going to build is the question. If we build a casino, maybe we'll get some money. Let's do that. It's just too funny. 1271. We're going to build a casino. Let's see if we can build it. 1271. We're going to build a casino out in the middle of the forest on the planet that we just crashed on. Is that too funny? Is that too funny? I think it is. I think it's great. Okay, nothing on this one. This one goes back, which is fine. And this is a time. But since it was on a green event, we can put it there, which will give us another cube. All right. And now we get out card 1271. Card 1271. When placed, we get a cube on here. And now we have all these new things. Balance, study, play, praise, acquire, deal. Use the structure only while you're on its location of origin. All right, we got a cube when we put it on there. Okay. We need to play. We got orange tokens. We're going to play. So we look at orange 1271. Forget being a forget this. We're going to go. We're going after something else at this point. We have gone off track. 1271 in orange. We're going to be playing in our casino until we win lots of money. 1271. Play. 2. Play a betting game against your customers. Okay, so we roll 2 dice. Lose this card. Yes, so this card goes away. 1298. I can put this card away. Okay. That card goes away when we build the casino. All right. So we're doing 1271 of orange. 1271. Two play. Yep, two play. So two dice. Two dice. Do we want... Oh, this is an orange. Okay. Oh, an orange time can go here, and that gets us a... Ooh. Because we're spending time building our carving our little thing here. We got a token, and then this goes back here, so we're okay. So 1271. All right, we have the game you play depends on the quality of boost on the structure. Okay, we have one boost currently. Yes, we only have one boost of the structure. So one boost. Punch. Minimum $1 required to bet. We don't have any money. Oh, wait, do we start with money? I don't think so, but let's look. I guess the last thing we would do is grab money on the way out the ship. There is a bunch of money. This is all money. So, I mean, money is a resource you can get. I don't think we're going to start with money, so I don't think we can do this because we don't have any money to bet. Don't see anything about starting with like set up like draw money to start with or anything like that. Okay, well, I guess we can't do anything at this location, which is it's kind of crappy actually, because you can only use this when you're in the location. So the question is, choose an action. You always succeed when performing an action. No, that's not true. The challenge is avoided by losing time, morale, and health. You always succeed when performing an action. Well, I can't do this action because I don't have money. So would I have known that? I guess the reason I'm asking, would I have known this, because if I know that I need money to gamble, then I wouldn't have chose that, right? I wouldn't have chose that action because I know I don't have any money. So it makes thematic sense that I should be able to know that I need to play money. I don't have any money, so I wouldn't choose the play option. So we can't do anything. We can't do anything else at this location. So we'd have to travel. Because we did, what did we do? Learn? Is that what we did? I think we did the climb, then we did the learn, and then we built. Right, we built the casino. Right, so we did the climb, the learn, and the build. So we can't do anything else at this location, so we're going to have to travel. If we go north, okay, 680. If I go 686 north, okay, yes, okay, that's what I would do. I wasn't sure how to do that. So, do I want to go north? Do I want to go? I mean, I would like to do more at the casino because we can only do that while we're at this location. So I'm going to try to acquire. So acquire, 1271, acquire. 1271. Because I would have known that if I needed the money, I couldn't play 1271. Oh, so we rolled 2 dice and oh, okay, this goes there, this goes back here, so nothing. And it says gain a boost on this object. So now we're up to 2 boosts. But it's gain 1 boost on this structure. So I want to find out about the structure because I'm having because it doesn't say like you can do another action, but it makes sense like if I have this casino there, I should be able to do. I'm just looking to see. I'm just looking to see if there's something about this locations, like location cards. says you can only choose one location action per location per game unless your action instructs you otherwise, or if the card specifies that the second action you take is always available. Alright, well, I guess we're done with the casino. We acquired knowledge on how to play the games. This is it's like it's not even like a normal card because it's sideways. I'm wondering if like this. Oops, I'm sorry. No, there's like no other. I don't know. It's just like a. Now I'm beginning to wonder. Like, is there? I'm just looking to see if there's like a frequently asked questions or. It's like lots of game trackers, things to keep track of information, and I'm going to go to their website real quick and see. Snowmire Games. All right. Vantage. Rules and frequently asked questions. No dice on horizontal cards. You may only place dice on cards in your grid. Okay, what do you do with these horizontal cards then? I don't even see anything about that. Let's type in Vantage. HORIZ Vantage horizontal. HORIZONL cards. Horizontal cards. Rules and frequently asked questions. Oh, come on. Not 100% sure. Okay, well, I don't know, so we're just going to move on. I guess we'll just have to deal with the fact that we don't know. I'll try and figure it out later, because I don't know. So horizontal cards, I don't think go into your inventory or into your grid. It doesn't tell me. I don't see what it doesn't tell me what to do with horizontal cards. I don't know if you can do multiple actions on these cards. Doesn't give you any information on it. We did an action. We're done. I guess we'll follow the rules for now, but I don't think that's right. I believe we should be able to do something with this because we spent all that time building it. I mean, and then what? If you don't get to do another action, then what good is it to build it? So we did like one action on this to acquire the knowledge to do table skills and add another cube to it. So, all right. We don't need that right this minute. We don't need this, so we will probably end up moving. I guess, remember this location because that's where our casino is, 686. We're going to, again, if we were trying to remember what we were doing, what the little map thing was. The region we were in. Just as a refresher, because it's been 10 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever. We're probably somewhere in here, looking at this over here. This says that's north. If we go north, like we were supposed to go east, which means we should be over this way. But it looks like we went north. If we go north again, we could run into this. I don't know if that's a good idea. And obviously, we can go south. So we went east. If we go south, maybe we'll be off this map if we go south. I guess, you know what? We're going north. I need the book. 686 north. 686 north for Trailblaze. So we're going north. We're trailblazing to the north. This could kill us if we roll really, really badly. This could kill us. Oh, wait. You guys can't see this, so probably would like to see me die, wouldn't you? Okay, so this goes over here. This goes back here. A heart we can put on us, and we'll lose a heart. So that was actually okay. And now we read the 686 north. Trailblaze north through the forest. Branches catch your agsuit as you blaze a path north. Go to 691. $691 is dun dun dun. Ooh, we are up at the something there, aren't we now? Ha ha ha. A monumental tangle of roots rises from the forest floor. far into the sky. Something grows from within the mesh. Well, if it's an animal, I'd love to have it. So, we can squeeze, prepare, ask, honor, extract, or cut. We have 2 orange and a purple tasks that would help us. If we ask for help, I think we're going to ask for help. We're going to ask for something. We're going to ask, hey, do you need help? Ask, orange. 691, orange. 691, 691, 691, orange. Wow, that doesn't make any sense at all. 691 is cut through the roots. That says ask. That doesn't say cut. It says ask. Cut through the roots. 691. And it's a 5 cut through the roots. Okay, well. 5. So we're going to take 1, 2, 3. All of these. Go back. 4, 5. Do we want? Yeah, we're going to get rid of one of these. Okay, 2 of those is good. We got a heart that can go there. And we got a time on an orange one. Look at that. And we got a token there. And we rolled good. What number is this? 691, right. Cut through the roots. Piercing screams from throughout the forest disrupt the serene day as you slash one root after another. At the center of the root is a massive shard. Gain item 1225. 1225. $12, 20, 12, 20, 12, 24, 25. Ooh, what do we got there? So we're not done. I just was getting that out. Piercing screams from throughout the forest disrupt the serene day as you slash from one root to another. At the center of the massive roots is a massive shard. Game item 1225. As you emerge from the roots, you find yourself surrounded by 5 warriors who target you in unison. Continue with an overpower 5 defend action. Overpower 5 defend action. Overpower 5 defend action. Overpower 5 defend action. Oh boy, this could be the spell the doom of us. This is a red, so they're attacking me. Basically, they're attacking me at this point because they don't like the fact that I cut through the roots. 2 hearts, a star, a dime, and this goes over there. Two hearts, 1, 2. star and a time. Wow, that was pretty painful. Nothing I can do about it. Overpower 5 defend action. So I believe overpower. Oh, okay, here we go. Overpower. 691. Okay, so we just have to, to resist their attack. We don't have like another section to go through, I guess. Okay. What do we end up getting? Shard. Anytime we do a green, we can put that to get a thing on there. Awaken. At a location with a tree. Gain 1360, 1361, 1362, 1363, or 1364. I think that's how many shards we have to use to do that. So we need to do more green things so we can put dice on there. This whole building the casino has really thrown me for a loop because I spent a lot of time and resources building this, and then we didn't get to do anything with it because it doesn't explain like what you get to do with these horizontal locations and why they're horizontal or anything. Location cards. No, it's not a location card. Sample turn. How to take a turn. Just looking to see if there's anything that I can find in here about card grid. Okay, so you also have a limited capacity to reserve vertical cards outside of your grid in your supply. Capacity is a total of plus icons on cards in your grid. Whenever you gain a card, but your grid is already full, you must either reserve the new card or reserve a card in your grid other than your character has to make space for cards in your reserves. You may not use slots, abilities, or powers on reserved cards. A character has a boost power to transfer a reserve card in the grid to an open space or swapping with a card to not gain the when placed benefit of a card transferred from reserve. Some cards you gain are horizontal, not vertical. These cards are either shared with all player missions and destinies or are kept in your supply. There is no limit to how many horizontal cards you can have in your supply. That's all it fucking says. Kept in your supply. There's no limit to how many horizontal cards you can have. But then we got to learn how to 1271 yellow. Hang on. When we did 1271 yellow, acquire the knowledge necessary to design games. Gain 1 boost on this structure. That's all it says. It doesn't say continue again. It doesn't do anything. So you gain a thing on this, and that's all you can do with it because you can't. I'm wondering if this is like our character card. Like you can do all of these things in your character card. Like you can do a master, a buy, or equip. I wonder if maybe this is like that. Like you should be able to do like multiple things on it. What is this token in the corner? Where's my rule book? Oh, over here. I would have to say, yeah, it's got to be like your character card, right? Mm-hmm. Does it have like an outline of... Card actions. Many non-location cards include action options. These include actions on cards in your grid, your supply, and the center. Unless stated otherwise, you may perform a card action even if you have already performed an action on that card. Okay. There's what we wanted to see. So our casino, we're going to go back. We're going to rewind. That's what I wanted to make sure, because location cards are different than these cards. These cards, you can do all these actions. Well, you can do them until they break or whatever. So like your character, like you don't have to choose like just one of them. I can try to buy, I can try to equip, I can try to master. So I'm going to go back to where we were at the casino. So that was back at 686. So we're going to rewind a little bit back to where we built the casino, 686. So we did not do, ignore 691. You did not see 691. You did not see that, my friends. These are not the droids you are looking for. Okay, and I think we took a bunch of damage from this nonsense. I'm just going to give us one back of everything, because I don't know where we would be at if I went back. You know, maybe, you know what I'm going to do, actually? Yeah, we'll go ahead and play a little bit more, but I'm going to count this as a learning game, and we'll be able to play through a real one next time. But let's just continue back to our. So we've got two things on here. We acquired. Then we went through the play action, and the play action said, unless you have money, you can't play. So I was like, oh, okay. 1271. But now that I have two tokens on there, would I know? Yes. We still need money. We still need money, or we can't do anything at the casino. So maybe we can duel? Balance? Let's try a balance. Nope. Blue balance, 1271. Your personal and professional goals. 2. I need to roll 2 dice. All right, well, we got 1. We take all these, put them back, put all these back. Wait a minute. We wouldn't have this if we rewound. So I'm gonna put that away because we wouldn't have had that. And now I need another dice. We're trying to balance our personal and business lives. And we got this. You will take the heart. Okay. Balance your personal and professional goals. You take a deep breath at your aspirations, motivations, and priorities, and you see a path forward just running your own business here. Gain Destiny 1601. Place it in the center. You have completed it and may end the game when you are ready. Add 1 boost on your character. Well, there we go. Well, we just won the game. We need 1601. If I can do this without dropping the cards, that would be great. 1601. There we are. Set up shop. It says, and I will read it to you one more time. 1271. Right there. Balance your personal and professional goals. You take a deep look at your aspirations, your motivations, and priorities, and you see a path forward just running your own business here. I mean, that's like, we started off like, hey, let's collect some animals. And then, like, we got in the forest. We decided, man, this is really nice here. We built a casino. We're like, this is great. Let's set up shop here, right? Makes sense. Perfect sense. Gain Destiny 1601, which is this one, which we will put over here so you guys can see this. 1601 Destiny. Have at least one business, a commerce, agriculture, or service structure. If you do, you may complete the Destiny by reading 1601 in the Book of Secrets, which we're going to do here shortly because it's time to wrap this up because we kind of messed up a little bit with a few things. So I'm going to, I mean, this is, it's still a valid playthrough. Obviously, we learned a little bit, which is, I think, what we needed to do. We needed to learn a little bit about how the game operates. Like, your location cards, you can only do once, but these other cards, you can do multiple things unless it tells you you can't. So, we've set up shop. We're very happy here. It's a great location. Look at it. I mean, let's look at this location. It's a beautiful location. We climbed up the trees, remember, and then we learned a little bit, and then we built. So we know this area. We've experienced this area. We like this area, and we set up a shop. We now have a casino. That's all ours. We're the casino boss. Now, who would have thought? Like, who would have thought? We started off this sci-fi adventure game. If I was going to tell you, you know what? We're going to become a casino entrepreneur, and you're going to become the godfather of a casino. You would probably be like, yeah, right, give me a break. And that's what actually ended up happening, which is so cool because go watch some of the other playthroughs out there. Like, I don't think that's ever... I mean, I haven't watched all the playthroughs out there. I've watched a few of them. And I know it. I've never seen anything like this been done. So it's super cool to see. Like, just complete, total difference. So we can read 1601. Possibly. I'm going to look at it first and then see if it's like spoilerific. Let's see. 1601. It probably just gives you information about... Yep, 1601. Entrepreneur at heart. You're proud to get your hands dirty every day in service your customers and earn your keep on this planet. The game ends and you achieve an epic victory if you have completed the mission. Otherwise, it is impressive that you survived long enough to control your destiny, and your knowledge of the planet will benefit you in the future. Yes. Awesome. So there's two things. We have, got to go back to the other one. We have missions and we have destiny. We just completed, where did the card go? Oh, it's over here. We completed our destiny. We did not complete our mission. So you can keep playing and try to get both of these things completed. And you can see here, in addition to your mission victory, a destiny victory, or an epic victory. Complete both your mission and your destiny to have an epic victory. You may define success through anything you pursue and achieve. Again, this is an open world. I could have been just happy just going and living in the forest or whatever. It's up to you to decide whether you win or lose or how well you did or whatever. I just want to know what I'm doing with this card because I didn't know, and it should say in the rule book, like the first words it should say is, like in big bold letters, location cards you can only do once unless you get permission to do it again. Every other card, you don't. You can do multiple actions. Like we can do a master action on our character, and the next action we take, we can do a buy action. So, I mean, it should say that like front and center. Maybe it does. Like I said, I didn't read the rule book, but I watched some playthroughs. I have a pretty good idea of how to play, and I'm happy. I'm very happy. It was quite a playthrough. We only went through like literally 3 locations we were at. That's all we did. Now we did a 4th location, and then we went back. I'm not counting that 4th location, but we did 3 locations. Remember, we landed on the planet, and it was the rose petals, or the thing at the water edge. I don't remember the card number. I'll tell you. We were at 002, right? We had 2 or we had 3 or 4. I can't remember. We were at 4. I think we were at 004. Yeah, we were at 4. And then we rolled a green and a blue. We were at 452. Let me see if that looks like what I remember seeing. Yeah. So we were at 452, right? And we had the lilies at the edge of the water, and then we had this thing in the background with the smoke, and then we had that big tall weed thing. And then we went from there, we went to 686, and we only went through 2 locations. Right? We went to 686. We then climbed up the tree and we got to see all around, and we saw, ooh, this is where we're at. We're probably in here somewhere, because there's the big building. We just were in the water. We saw the little smoky thing over here, right? And then we learned, and then we decided to build. And the build was to build a group of buildings, and one of the choices was to build a casino. So I decided we would build a casino. Then from the casino, we went and acquired knowledge on how to run the game, which we did. And then we had 2 tokens on here. We decided we were going to play, and the play said, no, you need to have more money to play, and we don't have any money. So to play with your people, play cards against your customers, you have to have money, and we don't have money. So we decided, okay, so we can't do that. We're going to study, right? It was the purple? No, it was the choir. It was the yellow. And with the acquire 1271, that told us, no, that was the boost. Oh, right. That was not the one. Maybe it was it balance? Right, it was the balance. It was the balance, because we had to balance our personal life and our professional goals. And that's when we got the destiny to set up shop. And again, you can complete this, or you can complete this, or you can complete both of them. We decided to complete this and not worry about that and become a casino operator and live out our life. And we would be very happy. We would be extremely happy. And it would be a good time for everyone. And we did start at 5, so it was a little bit easier for us. But I think that was a good idea for us to do. 452. Put this card away. And 686. Wow. And so, like, literally, we played through a whole game, and we only had, like, 5 or 6 cards that we even saw. So, like, we didn't even like experience like too many things like to spoil it. Like we could literally start a green character again and be completely different. And I think that is awesome. Really good start to this. I'm hoping to have another gameplay tomorrow now that I've have some experience with it. I know a little bit more about what I'm doing and I feel a little bit more comfortable. So, Era the Medic turns into Era the Casino operator and sets up shop and lives out the rest of her days crashed and happy on this planet. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys soon. Tomorrow, we're going to try again. So we'll see you then.